Hello, technical writing students. This is your instructor, Julie Gross, and for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be working on an assignment called the Product Comparison Recommendation. There are 3 parts to this 3-week assignment, and the first one that we're going to do this week is called the Preliminary Report. So when you look in my MTI this week under the Product Comparison Preliminary Report, there are 2 things downloaded for you. It gives you the assignment sheet, and then the second document is the rubric. So let's look at the assignment sheet together. This week you'll go through all of Step 1, all of Step 2, and maybe even part of Step 3. And then next week you'll be working on the actual recommendation report, which will be Step 4. And then for the 3rd week of this assignment, you will be working on Step 5, which is the oral report part of the project. So let's focus on these first couple steps here. What you're going to do with this product comparison recommendation is that you need to pick a product. Hopefully it's a product from your program or the field that you're going to be going into. If you haven't declared a program yet or you're not sure exactly what you'll be doing in the future, pick something that you think might be applicable to you in the future. If you know for sure what program you're going to go into or that you're already in the midst of a program, then pick something that applies to your field of study. I've had power line students do climbing gaffs, maybe some medical students would do hypodermic needles, maybe some computer classes would do computers, or power tools for the ADBC program. It just depends on what you want to do. So you pick a product. And then you're going to pick brand names of that product because you're going to do the comparison between different brands. Or you could do styles as well if that's applicable to whatever the product is that you choose. You're going to pick 4 of those. So say I was doing hair dryers. If I was going to do hair dryers, that would be my product. Then I'd pick 4 brands of hair dryers, maybe Conair, and then 3 others. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. The next thing you're going to pick is criteria. When you compare these 4 different brands, what are you going to look at? What are the kinds of things that are important for that type of a product? So you're going to select 7 criteria upon which to compare these, okay? You're going to select these qualities and then you're going to determine the superior brand. That's the whole point of the recommendation part of our project, okay? Once you've chosen your product, your brand names, and your criteria, it would be good if you could send me an email so that I can approve your choices before you begin on your reports. The thing that you're going to work on for this week then will be the preliminary report. For this, you're going to use a memo format, and I'll show you an example of that. These are the things that you need in your preliminary report. You have to have the product that you've chosen to compare and why you chose that product. You need to show me the 4 brands or the styles that you've chosen, and then the 7 criteria that you're going to use to evaluate your project. What you're going to do now or in the 2nd week that we work on it is actually conduct the research for those brands to find out which one you're going to prefer. The next thing that I want to show you is an example. Let's see, an example preliminary recommendation report. This is memo format. If you remember back to memos, this is what they look like. They say memo at the top. That's how you're going to title it, just with memo. We're not a company or a business, so we don't have a specific logo or letterhead at the top, so we'll say memo. 2, you're going to make it to me, Julie Gross, and you have to have my job title after that. The from is from you, and you're going to put your job title. Right now you're a technical writing student, so you can put that in there. The date, and then the subject would probably be preliminary comparison report of whatever product it is that you're looking at. You have to have an introduction. If you remember from our memos, our introduction gets right to the point and says, hey reader, this is why I'm writing this memo to you. And that's what this person did. They said, I decided to compare the 4 brands of reciprocating saws. I chose to do my report on the saw because it's an important tool used in my field. Every builder needs a good reciprocating saw. So your introductory paragraph is just going to say what you chose and why you chose it. You do need a paragraph or a section that talks about the brands that you're going to use. Bulleted lists are helpful. If you remember back to memos, bulleted lists draw the reader's attention to the most important information. So these are the 4 brands that this person chose: Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, and Craftsman. Then the person shows the criteria. It says the criteria I would use to compare the reciprocating saws are as follows. He was going to look at variable speed trigger, the amperage, strokes per minute, quick lock blade, pivoting head, stroke length, and weight. And then you have to have a conclusion. This one just says, if you have any questions, please email me. Thanks. Remember to vertically center as well. Also downloaded for you or uploaded for you on my MTI is the rubric, and if you look at that, this is only a 20-point assignment. 10 points will be for content. You have to have all of those things that are listed on the rubric. All of the required parts for a memo are worth 4 points, and then 2 points goes to grammar, formatting, and then tone, word choice, and conciseness. So those are all the things that you're going to be looked at, or that I will look at when I'm grading your preliminary report. Hopefully going back to memo format won't throw you for a loop. I'm sure you can remember all those things, but if you can't, look back in our book at the chapter that discusses memos and you will remember in a minute, I'm sure. If you have any questions, let me know this week. Thank you.